Hey, what's up, everybody? This is James Mack from MJ Comix, and tonight I'm joined by my great friend from across the pond, Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been some time, hasn't it?
It has. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure hanging out and talking with you, buddy.
I know, mate. I hope you got the reference then to the intro, because that was pretty much your superpower review.
I did.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? You know,
what's going on, everybody?
that's it. Yeah, that's it. No, mate. It's great to have you on, and I know, like, we used to do like this pretty, like, during the pandemic. We used to go on and do a live every Saturday night, and it was, to be honest, it was a great time. Really, a good part of my life, to be honest, I would say, because I've met a great friend in you.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, there was good times befriending you, your brother, and Jason, and we would get together every week and talk comics or do some great reveals. So definitely a highlight in my life as well.
Yeah, it's great. And how you been keeping in general? You been busy or?
I am pretty good, man. I mean, I can't complain. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I'm working, and my wife just graduated, which is really awesome. So, where things are looking up, man. So things are really nice.
That's great. It's great to hear. And so I don't know, for people who are tuning in, and maybe I'm hoping you know who Kevin is, because he featured quite prominently on the channel. But for anybody new who's tuning in, Kevin used to have a YouTube channel called Superpower Review. He no longer does content for it, and you primarily now on Instagram.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I'm primarily on Instagram. I like Instagram a lot, and Instagram is just kind of, it's not one thing. It's not one subject. It's not just comics. It's whatever Kevin likes or whatever Kevin wants to post.
Yeah. That's nice. That's what. So you effectively, your online presence now is on Instagram as KarateKevin67. So check that out, please. we've got a few comments in the chat, buddy. If you don't mind me just going through and saying hello to
absolutely.
People. So we've got Danny Poor. Thank you, Danny, for joining us. He's been ready and waiting to go for a couple of hours, probably. We've got Debbie. Thank you, Debbie, for joining us. We've got John Bromley in the house. Thank you very much. Superpower Reviews in the house. And we've got my darling wife. Thank you for joining us. So, is that your wife coming back in, is it?
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah. It just sounds just like mine coming in the house, mate.
A creaky horror, like a door from the horror movie, like.
Yeah. It's I don't know if you like with like memes and stuff. There's like there's loads of like videos of like dads sitting on the drive before they go into the house, and they're like sitting in their cars, and they're like just trying to like de-stress before they walk into the house, and there's screaming kids, and then the mom goes, right, you deal with them now. Like
yeah.
I always tend to find I'm sitting in the car for like a couple of minutes before I get in the house, never just run in the house. We've got Amanda in the house, and we've also got Sammy Jane. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
So basically, if this new series that I'm doing is I like to talk to people, and I already know you, Kevin, but you know it's been a good couple of months, or probably even like a year since we've probably done this face to face. But
really, wow.
It's got to have been. I think we tried to do like a live, but you couldn't make it or got the time wrong.
Like, oh yeah.
A months ago, maybe
time change. Yeah.
It was the hour. Yeah. But yeah, so what I love to do is like this whole segment really is about getting to know what people like to collect, you know, a bit about them, and just getting to know yourself really. And although I know a bit about you, the audience probably don't know as much as I do, so it's good for them to interact with you and such. So sure, we've got Jason Parker in the house. Thank you, Jason. We're just talking about you backstage. Kevin was slagging you off. He was saying, why hasn't that Jason Parker put out any content on YouTube for ages?
I was like, where's Jason now, man? He's kind of a hermit now.
Well, for everybody in the chat, he has actually put a video out today. So if you can go and check that out, that would be much appreciated. Danny Poor has got us. He's got us on at the same time as the F1 qualifying, so double duty on watching tonight. We really appreciate that, Danny. Thank you very much. Jason saying it's the best looking comic YouTubers. Oh, thank you very much, sir. That's I think the comic book community awards are coming up. Maybe that needs to be like a
category
for it. Yeah, I think that's definitely.
I agree.
Definitely needs to be. John Bromley says, didn't Kevin do that 6 Spawn commission for you, James? Don't know what you're on about. Do not know what you're on about. Maybe that might feature during this episode. We'll find out, John. But thank you for pointing that out. So, Kevin, the first question is pretty straightforward, and I hope it doesn't trip you up in any sort of way. But who is KarateKevin67?
God, I'm triggered already. Who is KarateKevin67? Karate Kevin is a 33-year-old man from Massachusetts who has been practicing Shotokan karate for almost 20 years now.
Wow.
A loving husband, family man, who also likes to collect comic books, of course, which is why we're here.
Yep.
And who likes to occasionally draw and play video games with his brother. So,
in a way, you're quite multi-talented.
People tell me that, but as the saying goes, a jack of all trades is a master of none.
But to be fair, Kev, I can attest to your art is I love your artwork, and you look pretty kick-ass while you're doing your karate moves. To be fair.
Thank you.
And
yeah, that's the real passion is the martial arts.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, what I particularly loved about yourself was when, like, the MJ Comix first came onto YouTube, you were like a gateway into the comic book community, especially over in the US side of things. And what your channel did, especially for like me and Mikey when we started off, was you gave us a shout out. I don't know if you remember, but
yeah.
And I remember you saying that when you first joined YouTube, it was really difficult. You didn't know anybody in the comic community, and it took you like a while to get, to get noticed, and YouTube to really start picking up your channel. And so you decided to basically give out shout outs to new channels or comic book channels that you felt needed to be given that additional bit of boost on the platform. And I just want to basically commend you for that, because I think that is truly a genuinely nice thing to do.
Yeah, no worries, man. It was always my pleasure. Like you said, it was when I first started YouTube, and God, I hate watching those early YouTube videos of mine. It was really hard to get any attention, and it was just sort of like, hello, is there anybody out there? And once people finally started to recognize the channel, and everyone, the number one comment on the channel was like, the production value is just amazing for this channel. But like, once I started to get a little known and I found people, like a group of people, they started shouting out people. And so when I saw new YouTube channels like you and Mikey and Jason and such, I didn't want anybody to feel that way, where they felt like they were just doing this just to do it and no one was watching it. And because we all need the positivity, or I just wanted to introduce people into the YouTube comic community with warm and open arms. You know what I mean? So I didn't want anybody to feel the way like I felt like am I doing this for nothing? You know what I mean? Like this is kind of weird. Like there's no interaction here. But yeah, and so like that's why I also did What's That Comic Book. It wasn't only just a fun, entertaining show to learn about comic books, but it was another way of bringing people who weren't so invited into the comic community or not well known in the comic community yet. So it was another way to kind of boost them up and spotlight them as well.
Yeah, and it's about building relationships and networking, and
yeah,
you know, you really, I genuinely like, I'm not just because you're my friend, but if you weren't my friend, I would be genuinely commending you and saying like that is a really nice, genuinely nice thing to do for people getting into the community.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't mind, but I'm actually just going to play a short clip, if that's okay.
Sure.
For sure. Who's your number one, man? I got to know.
All right, so my number one is somebody brand spanking new. They're very new to the YouTube comic book community, and I'm gonna go with MJ Comix. This is James and Mike. They're at 53 subscribers. And like I said, they just started. I believe they have like 5 videos on their channel right now, and so far they've been doing CGC unboxings. Their excitement and their enthusiasm is just absolutely funny to watch. It's awesome. I just love it when people get excited about the grades that they're going to be receiving on their comic books, especially when it's good. When it's a bad grade and they look bummed out, you actually get bummed out, but when they're excited, you get excited for them, and it's almost like you're there, and that's how I feel with these guys. They also do CGC predictions, like they're going to show you what they're going to be submitting to CGC, and that's kind of why it's enticing to subscribe to the channel, because you want to see what they're going to get. You almost follow that book from when it was a raw book to its graded form. So check out MJ Comix. Like I said, 53 subscribers, and all of their information is being dropped in the chat right now. So Steve.
Wow, absolutely, mate. That honestly, that just, it's not, it's great to watch back, because it feels like a much more simpler, really nice time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I didn't know Jesus was into comic books.
Where's that luscious hair gone, man? Where is it?
I know. I kind of miss it. My wife doesn't miss the long hair though.
Oh shit! Oh. I thought no, but we've got Jason has put in the comments as well. Kev gave me a shout out too, and he's eternally grateful for that as well. So it is a wonderful thing, mate, and I just want to really thank you for that. Honestly, it's
yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful for all of you who, for becoming great friends with me, and not just to you, but everybody who supported the channel at the time. I couldn't have done it or have had as much fun with it if it weren't for you guys.
Oh man, that's us. Danny Paul said basically Kev is the YouTube Yoda for everyone. That's very sweet of him to say.
Very sweet.
No, but again, like, I think in terms of your channel, the production value, like you say, that was literally the first thing that I was like, wow, this guy is given like a shout out, but look, like this guy's in the studio, like this guy's a professional. You know what I mean? Right. And it was a massive confidence boost. I've got to admit, mate, that by you giving that shout out and seeing like the platform that you were on and how you delivered your video content was just it was an amazing feeling.
And so look, I totally get it. And so like, I didn't think that doing something like that would just have such a kind impact on you guys, and look where we are now. You know what I mean? So just taking the time and not just introducing you to the comic community has it's been times by 3, but we're friends now, and you still appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. And but yeah, I'm so happy that I did take the time to do that for you guys. It's my pleasure. It really is. The pleasure is all mine. So So just adding on to who is KarateKevin67. In case if you haven't guessed, I do video production as well. That's my job. I forgot to mention that, and that's kind of a big deal. Like,
yeah. Don't quit your day job, mate. Don't quit your day job.
Yeah, right.
So people will probably be interested in who are watching. What do you collect?
What do I collect? So I do mainly collect comic books. I did bring some today for the show, of course. I brought some graded babies out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so obviously arranged from. I am pretty picky onto what I collect. I don't collect a variety of things. I pick up slabbed comic books, as you can see here. I do collect Swamp Thing. I love Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is still. I've been into him for quite a long time now, but he's still. Yeah. He still feels new to me because I've liked the other characters for like almost all my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I collect Spider-Man. Here's a raw book.
I
collect Spider-Man. I collect Batman. We got some Batman in here, some Todd McFarlane goodness, and we'll probably touch more about Todd McFarlane later.
Yeah.
I collect a lot of comic books. I collect from Batman, Swamp Thing, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Moon Knight, Spawn, X-Men comics, Wolverine. I don't think I'm missing anything else. If I am, maybe I am.
You're pretty much a man after my own heart, if I'm being honest. We pretty much collect kind of the same things.
We do collect a lot of the same things. I collect statues. Statues behind me. I collect action figures. I got some Godzilla stuff. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Godzilla. When in doubt, if you don't know what to watch, just put on a Godzilla movie. That's what I say.
So, Kev, how did you get into collecting comics?
How do I get? Yeah, that's a great question. I should have brought the other comic book, but if you watch me on Instagram, you probably can find that video. How I got into collecting comic books is actually a very important part of my childhood. Is that back in the day, my dad would take my brother and I, and we would call it the magazine store. It had an actual name, but that's what we would call it.
Yeah.
And so my dad was very into photography and bicycles, which he still is. And so my brother would go look at the BMX bikes magazines because that's what he was into at the time. And I was into comic books. Ryan was kind of like done with comic books already. He's grown up and did other things. There's a 6-age gap between us. So I would go right to the comic book aisle. And so at the time when I was interested in comic books, Godzilla's Dark Horse run was coming out, and I was just amazed by that. And I was at a really young age, and I don't know how I knew this, but I just somehow did, that I knew a artist was drawing Godzilla. And I was absolutely blown away that the artist, which I now know is Arthur Adams, drew Godzilla right from the movies. He looked identical to the movies, and I just thought that was so amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into comic books, and I was also huge into Street Sharks. I used to have Street Shark comic books. Was absolutely a fanatic with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid. Both me and my brother and I, we used to watch those movies constantly. And so that's pretty much how it all started for me. Back in the day, might as well bust it out too. If I can get it real quick. Where did it go? Where are you? Oh, it's back here. This comic book was also super important to my comic book collecting days. My brother and I used to have this book. He actually still has it. He has it hanging up on his wall from when we were kids. And we just read this book to death. And even though I didn't know how to read back in the day, was just absolutely mesmerized by the artwork. And again, knowing Jim Lee. And again, knowing that somebody drew it, just blew me away. So that's how it all kind of just started for me.
So that kind of delves into this question from Deadman. Thank you for joining us, Deadman. More into collecting or more reading, or would you say both?
It's both. I mean, if the book isn't slabbed, any book that comes in, it's going to be read at some point.
Yeah.
So I do love to read, and if I feel too overwhelmed with the storyline, I'm going to pick up maybe an omnibus or a trade paperback of it, because I used to do that a lot in high school. So always loved the characters, but didn't always collect the comic books. I got really big into comic book reading and collecting again in high school. And so like Marvel Zombies came out, and that was like a huge thing for me. I was like, my favorite characters are zombies and they're eating the world. Like, yeah, give it to me. Because I was just so, at the time, I was a huge George A. Romero fan, who was responsible for a lot of the zombie movies that he created.
Yeah.
So that was just big for me. And then I don't know, but just something happened where I guess my parents were like, hey, listen, like, you want to still continue to do karate, you got to find a job and such. And so I didn't have money for comics for a long time until I started my job, which I'm still in right now.
Yeah.
And one day my boss was just like, hey, have you ever checked out the comic book shop down the road? And I was just like, what? There's a comic shop down the road? And ever since I went into that comic shop, it just kind of started this crazy addiction again.
Oh, brilliant. So in high school, was it cool to collect comics or read comics?
No,
it
was not. It was not cool to be reading comic books in high school. And back in my high school days, if you can imagine it, I was huge into punk rock music. I dressed up punk rock, and so I would come in with my studded leather jacket and my Spider-Man shirts and such. And it was definitely not cool, but I had this one friend that we would just talk comics all day. And when we talked about comic books, we pretty much dreamt of what the MCU was doing today.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to give a shout out to Daniel _ for a super sticker that he's put in. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't really know what oh, he's asked a question. You might as well, since he's given 99 pence, you can answer his question, Kevin. What is your favorite band, Kev?
Sure. My favorite band of all time is the Misfits, and it's the original Misfits with Glenn Danzig and not Michael Graves.
There you go, Daniel. There you go. Great band. Okay, so that's pretty much what you collect. So let's get back to YouTube. I hope you don't mind me, pulling at everybody's heartstrings here. But so what is exactly happened to Superpower Review? Why have you not done content? Is it like a year, maybe 2?
It's been over a year, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So to break everybody's hearts, what has happened to Superpower Review is that I just kind of walked away from it. And a lot of things happened in my life where I thought it was a good time to walk away from Superpower Review. So during the time when I was recording for the channel, I was what you would call the lackey in the studio. So I had a person who was one up from me, my boss, and he allowed me to record for Superpower Review. And when he left, I took over the mantle of being head honcho at the studio. And so I didn't feel like, even though no one frowned upon it, I didn't feel like it was right to be the executive director of the studio and record for the channel during company time.
Yeah.
And not only that, I didn't feel like staying later in the day to record it. And there was just so much going on when I took on the job. I had a lot of ambition to undo or make things better at the studio that I felt like my boss wasn't doing. So I was just really tackling that and learning the ropes and just trying to keep my job. So and that's why why Superpower Review, or it was a good time for me to walk away from Superpower Review, because I also felt like that a lot of people were watching comic book content on YouTube where they were doing it better than I was. And so I just felt like, these people are the new, top of the comic book community YouTube channels. I feel like what they're doing is better and people are gravitating toward them. Let them have it. I'm pretty much good, because when it came to YouTube, a lot of people were just more about information. And although I did do a lot of that at some point, that was hard to do, finding the information, and that took a whole lot of time. I wanted more of my YouTube channel to be almost what I'm doing on Instagram now. Like, hey, you want to see something cool? You know what I mean? Like, like, I have this. You want to see it? Like, this, I'm excited about this right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still think there's definitely still a place for that on YouTube.
I think so, but I think everybody just wants information, and so like a lot of the information, what's the hottest comic book of the week? Those got more views, and what should you be buying right now, or what shouldn't you be buying right now? Those got more views, and I just didn't want to put any more time and effort in researching that. I didn't want to do something else what other people were doing. Well, let me rephrase that. I didn't want to do what the majority of people were doing. You know what I mean? I always wanted to, because I've always tried to be a little bit different, and I always wanted Superpower Review just to be a little bit different. I just wanted you to watch the channel, enjoy it if you did, and just be like, that was pretty cool. Kevin looks like a pretty cool guy. Yeah, I would want to hang out with Kevin.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? So, I mean, are you basically saying that, like the channels that basically the spec game, like it's all speculation. You've got to put your money into this. You've got to buy this. Those types of channels really. Do you think they're good for the comic community, or do you think they're bad?
I think no,
or necessary evil. That's all.
No, I would agree with that comment that you just made. Necessary evil. They are needed. I don't watch them because I'll collect whatever I want to collect. You know what I mean? And I'm not into the spec. I'm not into the spec game.
Yeah.
But if you are into that, then great.
Yeah.
Those are the videos you should be watching. You know what I mean? I've never been a person who dogged on people on what they collected or what they did in the hobby. If it makes you happy, I'm happy for you. Go for it.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree, Kevin. That's the primary goal for like my channel. Is I would never go out and tell people what to get. Collect and buy what you want. We just want to show what we've got. That's all. That's all it is really about.
Right.
No, really.
Absolutely.
Do you miss it, YouTube?
Yeah, it's funny. Again, I was just having this conversation with my wife literally yesterday, I think, or the other day. There are things that I do miss about it. Like when I used to create videos, again, because being in studio production and having it aside from work, it was exciting to do something out of the norm from work and create content about that. I was generally excited and loved. What I don't miss about it is that whole feeling like I put 5 to 6 hours into a video and it has less than 1,000 views.
Yeah.
So like I would tell my wife all the time, like, well, it's nice, it's extra that people watch these things, but I am essentially doing it all for me.
Yeah.
Because it's what makes me excited. But I don't know. The grind, I don't miss the grind. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't miss the grind of it and just being like, all right, put up another video. You're going to watch it.
Yeah. and it's that thing as well, like where you just say you put 5 to 6 hours into it and it doesn't get the traction that you would feel it deserves. But then you know, you might have a video where you've not put as much effort in it, and it goes,
and it skyrockets.
And you just if YouTube could just tell you, this is what you've got to do, this is how we're going to push you out, you know, yeah, it is heartbreaking, isn't it? To be fair,
right, it is. It really is. I would have to say the one thing that I also don't miss about YouTube, and it's just being in front of the camera. Honestly,
you don't like it.
You know, those studio cameras and those studio lights were very intimidating.
Add £10. Is that what it is? Is that...
It adds 10 pounds. It makes me look fat. No. And they were intimidating, and I felt like at a time I got more comfortable with doing it, but I never felt like I was my worst, critic. I used to just absolutely get really hard on myself about saying and not finding my words. And so like that's what's great about me doing these Instagram videos, because I'm actually more confident talking on the microphone and not saying it in front of a camera.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's probably that's a very good point. Just briefly pausing there. We've got Manu, the 9.9 newsstand. Thank you for joining us, Manu. Deadman has said that's a breath of fresh air. Are presumably about your answer to this question. Kevin says we miss you, Kev. We certainly do. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm Superpower Review's biggest super fan. I'm probably one of them, but I certainly do miss your content, buddy, and that rather selfishly, this is why I'm probably pushing this agenda.
You know what? I'm going to give you the crown of Superpower super fan right now.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Jason has said that my last video had 300 views. It really does put you off from doing more content.
Right.
Yeah. We feel for you, buddy. That's it. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. So what I would say is that your channel, you have still got some videos on there that are still doing quite well. And one of those particular videos I am a massive fan of, and that is your I want to say it's a motion comic for Amazing Spider-Man 300, where you basically edited it, you put it all together, you did all the voice acting with some family members and some friends, and you basically produce this thing, and it still gathers a lot of traction on YouTube. Would you say?
Yeah. So I didn't know the views, but you told me off camera that has what, 34,000?
Yes, it does. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. That's kind of amazing. No pun intended. That video that I put out, which is a motion comic. I think I have it labeled as a motion comic or a comic read through, where I had a lot of time at the studio at one point, and I just wanted to put this passion project together where I took one of my favorite comic books, which is Amazing Spider-Man number 300. 300, and I digitized the comic and I put it from panel to panel with a voice, sound effects if sound effects needed to be there, with music, and it's literally my favorite video on my YouTube channel. It took me a long time to do. I think it took me about 2 to 3 weeks, or almost a month to do that.
Yeah.
But I absolutely enjoyed every second of making that video.
I mean, anybody watching or listening to this, please go and check it out. I will put a link of it in the description. But I hope you don't mind, Kev. I do have a short clip from it just to show the audience, if you don't mind.
No.
You're not nosy, May. You just care about us. Why, Peter would be crushed if you ever dropped out of our lives. And May, so would I.
Oh, well, if I guess in that case, Peter, if I'm not the first guest as to your new home, I'll have the great panthers picket the place so fast it'll make your head spin.
Aunt May, I'll have the invitation engraved tomorrow.
So I've picked that particular clip because Aunt May's voice is actually my dear grandmother. She actually recorded those Aunt May's dialogue for Kevin. So thank you.
She outshined us all. She had the smallest part of the whole video. She had the smallest amount of lines, and she outshined us all. But hey, we weren't actors, so
No. But to be fair, when I asked her for you, she just jumped at the she. I don't even think she still knows to this day what she did, but it is legendary, absolutely legendary.
It is. Yeah.
It is a fantastic video, Kevin, and I've got to congratulate on it because I think the hard work and dedication that you put into it is great, and it's produced something that is of top quality on YouTube, and I recommend that everybody goes to watch it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I put a lot of time, a lot of love went into that video, and when I'm creating something, I am very, very picky. Everything has to be perfect for me. You know what I mean? So, like, if there was a sound that I was looking for, like, I don't know, a certain sound that I was looking for to put in there for a sound effect, and I didn't like it, I had to go create it. You know what I mean? Or, go ahead.
I was just gonna say what that particular video that I showed. The reason why I chose that particular scene with my grandmother is because you could hear MJ washing the dishes, and I thought you've really put some serious effort into that. It's really good.
Yeah. The only regret, there's one regret that I have with that video, and is that I could not recreate or find an audio sampling that I could use in order to make the symbiote sound like it was moving or crawling. That was the only thing, and I couldn't replicate it. I even tried doing like mouth noises in a microphone, like I couldn't do anything, and so like that was the only thing I couldn't find or create.
No, but it's phenomenal, Kevin. People who are watching in the chat, they basically said, "Kev, that's absolutely quality." Manu says it's brilliant.
Thank you.
Redman has said that's really cute, lovely. Fair play, Nana Mac. Great job, Grandma Mac. And Deadman has asked for the link, so we'll get that put in the description of the video afterwards, buddy. Thank you very much for going to check that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely fun. I definitely brought it out I can't remember the actor's name, but the original voice actor for the Spider-Man animated series, like I tried to not imitate him.
I thought you were going to say you tried to get in touch with him to do it.
No, I couldn't afford that. No, I tried to somewhat replicate it, and it was so fun doing all the scenes where I was in pain and I had to sound in pain, and even when I'm doing the voice acting, I'm trying to feel the pain and I'm actually griping my side.
Yeah,
it was so much fun. And of course, the one thing too about that video is I wish there were more lines with Venom, because I had so much fun doing the Venom voice. It was absolutely great.
No, Jason, thank you, very kind, mate. You've put the link in the chat. Thank you, appreciate that. Please do and go check that out. Is there any plans, or would you ever be tempted to do another issue?
Yeah, so this was one of the conversations I had with my wife the other day. The only time I would put out another video on YouTube is if I were to do another one of those videos. The only problem about doing those videos is that I can't find a group of people who are willing to voice act even if they're not voice actors. Like, so like that cast there was me, my sister-in-law, my brother, and your grandmother, and I think that's literally it.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to like try to find these people, and I've actually been thinking about what if I just find I don't know, like an issue with Wolverine where it's only really Wolverine or something, and I can do something simple, you know what I mean? But I've been wanting to do one of those for a long time because honestly, not only is it fun, but it is a learning experience.
Yeah,
and I learned so much about my trade by making that video.
Yeah. And if you need a voice actor, you need some sort of British guy. You can have me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And you know, I'm sure that people, if you're watching, there'll be plenty of people who would love to help you out and be involved in that sort of epic collaboration for producing quality videos.
Indeed. You know, one more thing about that video. There's one comment on that video that I absolutely love, and I think it was James from Mint Hunter Comics who said it, where like have Kevin be the next Spider-Man voice actor for the next video game or something. I'm like, yes, let's make that happen.
That'd be amazing. Would you, if you could keep with the same theme of Spider-Man, what would be your next issue?
Oh, let's see if you can guess it.
Would it be 316?
Yeah, absolutely, baby.
Yes.
I knew it because you'd want to do the opening with Black Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be incredible, mate. Honestly, I would love to see that. Really would love to see that. I knew it. I knew it was going to be that.
You nailed it.
No, that would be amazing, buddy, if you could.
If it wasn't Spider-Man related, I would do my favorite Batman story, which is let's see.
The Dark Knight Returns.
No,
It's not the Dark Knight Returns.
Year one.
Year one. Okay.
Yeah. I would
Just
definitely do year one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You're close enough. I'll give you half.
All 4 issues.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Would you release it all at the same time or as in each book?
No, I think I would have done it each book.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, that would be great. But again, it's just like, I would do it if I could find people who would want to do it. You know what I mean? Because like the Batman Year One has a big cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Jason Parker, if you're still watching, Amanda Parker's an actress. So
true.
Got that.
Can she be my Catwoman?
I'm sure she would. It's whether Jason would allow it. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
Danny Poor said he'd like to see the Clone Saga. A lot of dialogue for Kev.
Oh boy.
Let's do it now.
Oh boy.
Start now. Start reading now. Just start reading it all now.
You create the live stream and we'll do it together.
Yeah, we could do like a table read where everyone's got a script and we just go through it. Imagine that. That'd be amazing.
I'm
down. Oh, Jason has answered. She would love to do it. There you go. That is a binding contract right there that Jason has submitted us to. Do it, Danny said.
He gets more time in the hot tub now, so
of course, yeah, I'm sure. So another thing why you're here today, Kev, is you have recently become quite into a particular style of video gaming, and you take part in regular tournaments. And I thought that you might be, well, the people in the chat and watching would love to probably know a bit more about what is the Button Club and what do you do?
Sure. Yeah. So what is the Button Club? The Button Club is something that my brother, his wife, and a mutual friend of ours created together, where they set up in a place every Monday from 6 to 8 o'clock in Fairhaven, Massachusetts. And we all get together and we play an array of fighting games such as Street Fighter. We play Mortal Kombat. Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken is out now. And so it's just fighting games. And so we all bring these elaborate controllers and or arcade sticks. And so, there's casuals from 6 to 8, and from 8 and so on forth is bracket or tournament. And we compete against each other to see who will win first place and such. And it's just a great time. It's a great camaraderie, and to see everybody, and everybody helps each other out too, to give hints and pointers and such, because Street Fighter is not an easy game by any means. It is not easy whatsoever. This is my first Street Fighter that I've taken seriously, and it's not easy whatsoever. So that's pretty much it. So we're just a group of people. We have a Discord chat, and we just play fighting games. So my brother and I, which we are nicknamed the Shoto Brothers, because we each play a Shoto character like Ryu and Ken.
So not the Frog Brothers.
No, not the Frog. And so Ryan and I will compete at Button Club as well, but we will try to broaden our horizons and we'll go to Boston once in a while to go compete, and we'll go to Providence. So it's been quite a journey. It's been really, really fun, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to go on Instagram and see that, you're posting about because I regularly go on the next morning, and it's happened obviously overnight for you, and it's great to see like your accomplishments and what you've been up to during these events. I'm really proud of you, buddy. I think you're killing it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying, man. I mean, we do so well, and so Button Club is also a YouTube channel. And again, if anybody wants to go check it out, it's the Button Club, and my brother hosts it. We were doing recordings of the Button Club at the same studio that we were recording at Superpower Review, but because of some conflict in the studio is closed right now, so he's doing everything on his own, but still great content. So yeah, you can go watch me compete on Mondays. It's the same name, Karate Kevin. You can watch me play and hopefully kick some ass. But no, it's been a really great time, because for me and my brother and I as kids, that's how we always kind of hung out, was through fighting games. Even though I was the younger child, and even though the controller wasn't always plugged in.
Oh no.
But that's how it all started with us, was Mortal Kombat with the Super Nintendo, and we weren't always big into video games, but it was always fighting games for us.
Yeah. No, but I think people probably need to see your controller to lead it. So I've got a picture. If you don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There is Kev in all of his glory. To be honest, it looks like you're holding an Xbox. I can't lie. It's that big.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the X on it too. So like, yeah, it's white. I sort of get it. So yeah, that's my controller. That's the Victrix Pro FS. It's a hitbox styled arcade stick, so it's just buttons. Some people play with the arcade stick.
Joystick, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care for the stick. I feel like there's too much room for human error. Like you have to like hit everything in like the exact angle. So I feel like there's more room for like human error. But I also picked up some new controllers that I will gladly show off here.
Just while we've got this picture up, Kev, if you'd move just a bit over to the left, those angel wings would be perfectly, on the picture.
Oh yeah. I know. In the picture, right. I know. Yeah. Good call. So yeah, I recently picked up some new controllers, and they were freaking dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. So I got this little cute guy. Look at this little guy. Look at it.
Oh, that is cute.
So for a size comparison, this is my phone.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah.
Your phone is huge.
So this is the Hot 42. This is the company. And this is, again, one of those controls that we're talking about. And so, again, everything is with buttons. So all my directionals are buttons and all my attacks are buttons as well. The only thing about these controllers is that they are not compatible for PlayStation 5. So you have to buy a converter for them. So that it's actually kind of expensive. So the controllers are cheap, but the converter is a bit on the pricey side and adds up to it. So I've been playing with this guy for a little bit. As cute as he is, he does scream carpal tunnel.
Oh, does he? So, Kev, I hope you don't mind me asking, but in terms of these controllers, how much do they cost?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there, buddy. We're gonna get there. So here's the other one, because we're gonna play guess the price in a couple of seconds.
Okay.
This is pretty much
just so you know, Jason is working overtime here, and he's got the link for the Button Club, so he's put it in the chat. So if people want to hit that and give it a sub, that'd be amazing.
Thanks, Jason. That would be great.
Check Kevin out on Mondays, playing live, kicking ass, taking names.
Hopefully. So this is the other controller. This is just a bigger version of it. This is also the converter that I was talking about. Just this converter right here was $40.
Is it like a Bluetooth?
USB,
is it
it's USB. So pretty much the USB-C cord goes into here into the PlayStation, but before the signal goes to the PlayStation, it hits this converter first.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, so getting onto your little how much were these? I would like for you to guess how much this little guy was.
What's it called?
It's called the Hot 42. It is the G12.
G12. I reckon probably. Oh, I don't know. Just googling it now. I couldn't find it. $100.
It was a whopping $40.
Oh wow! Oh, okay. So now I've kind of got a gauge for that. So was that one $100?
This one was actually $75.
Oh wow!
So they're fairly cheap, but they're not cheaply made. They're made really nice. Like, so my brother, of course, we're excited. They came in and we had to play with them together. And he was like, man, these, like, he played on the bigger one. He was like, this easily feels like a $200 controller.
Yeah, but is there any way of like customizing them? So I know like they're quite clear. Can you put a skin over it or something like that?
Yeah, so you can actually take the acrylic top off of it and you can put your own artwork if you want.
Wow. Have you thought about putting some of your artwork over the top of it?
You know what? I don't like my artwork enough to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
But that's a good idea. I mean, people are like that all the time. They're like, you should put your artwork on shirts. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, so there is customization to them. They also have like a bunch of LED light settings on them and such. So it's a lot of fun. So definitely go check out the Button Club, because my brother and my sister-in-law do put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because, you know, being a YouTuber with comics and such, it's so funny how you get to see how many more people are into video games than comic books. Because he hit like 1,000 fast. I think he's like over 2,000 right now.
Oh, wow.
And he's getting all sorts of stuff like sent to him and to like review. And like he's doing great, man.
I mean, it's got a great name, the Button Club. Great.
Yeah,
great
and I love the logo too.
That's really cool. I'm really excited and happy for you guys as well, especially being involved with your brother again. That's amazing. Yeah. So next question, Kev, I hope you don't mind, is what do you enjoy most about collecting?
I think go ahead. What?
No, I was going to say, is it the thrill of the hunt? Is it the acquisition? Is it the, finding new things, discovering?
It's a lot of things. I think it is the acquiring of the comic book. It's the artwork for me. I collect comic books because I just love looking at the artwork. And as much as the story is also important to the comic book as well.
Yeah.
But I think what I love about collecting is just having an abundance of items that I really enjoy. And I can enjoy them in all sorts of different ways, like slabs and I know. And I can also enjoy them raw and such, and actually, read them. So it's mostly artwork, and it's nostalgic to me, especially like when I brought up comic books like this. Like it's nostalgic. We've had this, and now having one signed because I'm a huge collector of signatures.
I don't know if you saw on my Instagram yesterday, I think it was, but there's like an account on Instagram where like the 90s X-Men books, they're putting like foil stickers over certain books.
Yes, I've been seeing that.
Incredible, absolutely.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought you would like that.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, and like the precision, like that.
Person,
like is putting them on. Like I couldn't do it.
No. I'm sure you could, mate, if you put your mind to it.
I would be like someone else's comic book.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not like they're putting them up. No disrespect to the X-Men 90s books, but it's not like they're putting on really expensive books. But
right. Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's. I think in time, like if someone if years pass, right, and like I always think of this like situation, this weird situation where someone finds that comic book that has been, I don't know, chromiumed. Let's just say that. And I can't find anything like this on the internet. I think I have a special one, and they bring it to like Rick from Pawn Stars or something, and they're like, well, what do you have for information? They bring in this guy, the specialist from Torpedo Comics.
It's old man Kevin from, and he goes, I remember there was an account.
I remember back in my day on Instagram. Do you remember Instagram? No. Some guy, some collector was putting chromium on these comic books
and devaluing them.
And devalued the shit out of it.
That is, and then you got the porn star guys go, give you $1 for it.
Give this man $1.
Oh my gosh. That porn stars program, I can't get over. Someone will go in with something that's worth about $10,000, and then they'll go, you know what, I'll give you $2,000 for it. And you think, why don't you just sell it on eBay yourself? Really, like, why would you go it like unless you're absolutely desperate for money right there and then?
I know. It's because people don't really want to put it and like, $2,000. I did see a clip recently which kind of shocked me, where a woman brought in this like diamond spider brooch. Okay. And he was like, how much you want for it? And she's like, I'll take $2,000 for it. And he goes, I am willing to give you $15,000 for it right now. And she was like shocked. And then she was like, well, how about 17? He was like he gave her a look like, bitch, like I'm giving you more money than you asked.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe it. Like the audacity.
That's very rare in that program. That's crazy.
I know. I was like, wow, I'm surprised.
So we talked about what do you enjoy most about collecting, and you have very much said the artwork draws your attention. So what exactly inspires you to draw? Because I don't know if people watching know this, but Kevin is a fantastic artist, and I love your artwork, but sorry, I got a cough there. Your artwork is phenomenal, mate, and I'm probably one of your biggest fans, and I just genuinely love you, mate. I'm
I do
not
too,
gonna lie.
man. I love you too. I do. I love you too, bro.
Sure. But what inspires you to draw then?
Yeah, so I mean, just kind of going back to like all of these characters. So like, I got to give it to Todd McFarlane. Okay, like what
The man.
really, he's the man. So like, what Todd McFarlane draws and what I would see as a kid, I think when I would draw too, that's how I kind of would visualize or draw it similar.
Yeah.
So like Todd McFarlane and I, we like to draw the same thing. And if it's anything with big eyes, sharp teeth,
Yeah.
and monstrous, we both like those same things. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
So
we're talking Spawn, Spider-Man, Venom.
my wife is giving me a look over here. What's this look? I don't know. And so I think those are why I kind of feel inspired to draw, because he just throws all these lines with his sound effects. We'll put this up on here, and we'll put some pictures. And so he just makes this look so easy, and I just love how he draws things, and that's why I feel so inspired. And I occasionally I would just see other artists, and I just see them like doodle. And I'm just like, oh, well, if they can do it, then I can do it too. Here's like a Batman one I did not too long ago.
That's really good, buddy.
It's kind of like a warm-up sketch, honestly. All I have right now for sale is Batman original art. All of my other stuff has sold. I got this.
That's awesome.
Vampire
the blood
Batman
on that as well really goes well with it.
Thank you. But I just love anything like that with dark and creepy and I don't know. I just always find that interesting. I have noticed over the years now that I have been drawing, I don't like doing colored stuff anymore. I really appreciate my artwork more when it's just black and white.
Oh, mate, that Venom. That reminds me. There's like a card. I'm sure there's like a Venom card. Is that like I've seen that before.
I don't know. I think it's just like a regular pose that you see of him. So.
Yeah, it really, really, really reminds me of something. Hold on.
I drew this when I was heavily reading the Eric Larson ASM run. So I was like, I gotta bust out.
Yes,
I gotta bust out a Venom right now. But, and then like I would find like artists like Kevin Eastman, and like a lot of people love Kevin Eastman, but there are some who don't like his artwork, who find it just kind of I can't describe it because I don't see it the way, but like I don't know, I just like sketching and doodling and playing. So
I think this was the card that I was trying to say it remotely looked a bit like, but it's not that. It's not. It's just genuinely Venom jumping out or be putting his arms out.
Yeah, I always just kind of like he's like lunging at Spidey, like trying to get you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that's it's comic books and seeing other people, other artists, like I'll watch them on YouTube and they just make it look so easy, and they just put lines wherever they want, where I felt like I was so structured and so rigid. I'm like, man, I gotta loosen up a bit. Like I gotta loosen up a lot actually. And so like when they make it so, when they're so loose and just putting lines everywhere, I just feel like, well, then I can do that. I just need to loosen up a bit.
Yeah.
So, and like,
you've got Danny Porce basically saying that they're quality and he loves the Venom. So you've got another fan there.
Thank you. The Venom is original art. I've never sold it because I really love it to keep it for myself. But we come from a family who's just very artistic. My mom can make anything. She's a master seamstress. She has a sewing school, but she makes everything with pottery and clay.
Wow.
My brother's a tattoo artist, so it just kind of runs in the family, just to be artistic and express that, you know.
Well, I hope you don't mind, Kev. I've got a couple of pictures that I want to showcase of your artwork.
Oh, sure.
I saw this on your Instagram. This is really good.
Yeah, that recently sold.
Oh, did you? Is it? How much? If you don't mind, was it $60? Was it?
Yeah, it sold for $60. Yeah.
Wow. Now this next one is you drew this specifically with me in mind. This Scarlet Spider is amazing. It's literally on the wall in front of me. When my ring light is actually in front of it at the moment.
Oh, cool.
And another one that you sent me was this one here.
Oh yeah, I love those.
On my wall. I actually coloured these in, but you sent these prints to me, and they're just amazing next to each other. The art, the detail on like the mouth and the teeth is just incredible, mate. Honestly, it's phenomenal work.
That Venom to this day is still my favorite thing I've ever done.
Mate, that is incredible, honestly. Have you thought about putting that on the front of a comic and sending it off to CGC or anything else?
I wish, dude. I would love that, honestly.
I
feel like that art piece is a contender for a cover, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, so for people watching who might not know, I know that John Bromley at the beginning of the show mentioned about that you ask for a commission from yourself of a Spawn, and this is the book. It was the 30th anniversary issue of Spawn. It was a blank cover, and you did this amazing piece, which when we talked about it, and to be fair, Kevin, you're very, very like, I wanted this to go to CGC, and you were very much like, this is the only piece of your art we see that CGC have verified. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
And me knowing that I have the first and only is incredible, because not only are you a great friend, but you are a fantastic artist, mate. Honestly,
thank you.
It is that when that hit a 9.8, I don't think there wasn't a happier person in the world at that time, honestly.
And I was so worried that it wasn't going to get a 9.8, because like,
you're drawing on it, aren't you?
I'm drawing on it, you know what I mean? I got my hands all over it and such, and eraser marks, and like, so I thought like eraser marks were going to be like a big deal or something. Like,
yeah, it is food for thought, because you got to think, well, you got to be pressing down hard on the, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's phenomenal, and it is. Let me get this off. It's right here. This is not going anywhere. Moai's forever gonna have this, buddy.
Yeah.
It is absolutely stunning. I take it the logo was already filled in, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. His eyes are amazing. His face is amazing. His cape and his little pins on his cape as well, awesome. And that signature, Kev, is unreal.
A lot of people like my signature.
It's really good, mate. Really, really good. And Kev, I mean, are you open to people doing for commissions or?
Yeah, I'm always open to do commissions. It also depends on what I'm drawing. If it's a character that I've never really drawn before, I won't be shy to tell you, like, listen, I'm uncomfortable doing that, and I don't feel like it will take me a long time in order for me to feel comfortable to actually do it. So I won't be shy of doing that sometimes. But so I want to give a little bit of an Easter egg about my signature. My signature plays homage to 3 people.
Is Todd one of them?
Todd is one of them. It's very.
Do you want me to get a picture of you?
Todd, like of his signature?
I know of. Hold on.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a I also have a Todd McFarlane signature right here. So,
yeah,
it plays homage to Todd McFarlane
with the long,
with the long, sketchy, like fast. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Michael Zek also does his middle initial very big, so I did it like that. And so I always include my middle initial, which is Ryan, which is my brother's name, because he's my top artist and he inspires me.
Oh wow, that's incredible. We've got, to be fair, Kev, you've got a load of people in the comments commenting on your art. So you've got Danny Paul, I love that. John Bromley, stunning.
Thank you.
James, show Kev he wants that drawing that I did and put it in Mikey's mystery box years and years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible. That's amazing. That's brilliant by Dead Man. Danny Paul was going to ask about commissions. What genuinely is the, so if you wanted like a black and white Venom, black and white Carnage, Spider-Man, Batman, what would you do?
It also depends on size. If it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, a 5x7, which is not like 5 inches and 7 inches, it's like $20.
That's what I tell my missus. 5 inches is 7 inches.
Depending on the day.
Another day.
Don't you have a card of mine too?
Yes, I do actually. It is.
I know. I can't remember which one it is, but I know you have a card.
It's on my slab boxes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I think Mikey's got the Carnage one, I think. But yeah, that is again absolutely fantastic and with the wonderful signature on it.
Cool.
Yeah, honestly, but very talented. And I know we've talked for years. We probably talked. I really want like a Raphael.
You want turtles, baby?
Yeah.
I got to show it off because this is another one of my favorite pieces. Turtles.
Oh, that is cool. That is so cool.
And I love this one.
That Raphael, honestly. I mean, we've talked about it before. You know the
Frank Miller Wolverine.
The Frank Miller Wolverine. No, not the Frank Miller. What was it? We wanted the Todd Wolverine with the Hulk. 340, is it?
Oh yeah. I would have a blast with that.
But obviously instead of Wolverine, it would be Raphael.
Yeah.
And then in the reflection, Shredder?
It could be Shredder, but I don't know about you, but I really love the battle between Raph and Leo all the time. How they're always constantly butting heads. Cool. I think that would be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, let's get that done, and let's get it off to CGC.
Hell
for
yeah!
The second, for the second, we'll do it.
So many people. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just need to find that a blank Turtles cover. It's just more difficult to come across.
So many times people have done artwork, wanted me to get artwork, and then they go, "Oh, I want to send to CGC," and it never happens.
Yeah,
I know. I get excited.
Yeah, no. But we'll get it. We'll sort it, buddy. I promise. That's my next thing. Yeah, it is. It's relatively straightforward process, isn't it?
It is. Once you get 2 forms.
Yeah.
And like one of them is just filling out like they want to see to make sure that your signature is really your signature.
Yeah. I mean, what's the difference now? So they've already got your. Well, I don't know. Let's just say you did a book for me and I kept it raw, and I submitted it to CGC now with their JSA. What? I don't know how that would work.
I don't know how that would work.
You know,
but I mean, I don't know, but like I don't see anything with like, okay, hey, do this for me. I can't grade it right now. but hold on to it, or you hold on to it, right? And you go, hey, Kevin, it's been a year. I have some extra money. I can afford to grade it now. I can always just sign it on the paper the date that I did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's 100%. But again, Kevin, you are a multi-skilled, talented guy. And you're, again, if anyone wants to reach out to you, please do on Instagram. Get a commission done. You will not regret it. I promise you.
Thank you.
Next question, bud. So, what is your most prized possession in your collection? I'm sure there's probably a few, but
there's a few. But I mean, nothing beats this for me. This is my absolute favorite.
Nothing compares.
Amazing Spider-Man 300, my favorite comic book, featuring one of my favorite characters in comics. I mean, I love him so much. I have him fucking tattooed on my leg.
Yeah.
And it's triple signed. It's signed by David Michelini, signed by Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, also quoted, which I didn't ask for, but still kind of cool. I originally bought this in a 9.0 for a whopping $275, signed by Stan. Got it cleaned.
That's incredible.
Yeah, back in the day, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can be like those guys now. Back in my day, I used to get ASM 300s at $275 a piece.
Signed by Stan.
Signed by Stan, all right? Yeah, I mean, I got a few, obviously. I mean, I absolutely love this too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and
I think the color of the Todd. I mean, you can't beat a full Todd signature anyway.
No, and they're becoming rare, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's good for the value of the older signatures, but if you want something signed now, it's I don't know if you can request it. I don't know if that's something you can.
I think somebody did recently.
And they got it.
And they got it.
Wow.
I don't know if they went to a con or they put a note on the book, but they did.
Okay. Well, that might be a good question to ask maybe an upcoming guest that's coming onto the channel. It's not Tom. It's not. Imagine that. No, it's not Tom. That would be crazy. But I've got
I'm so jelly of this book. I want this book.
It's I mean, I wasn't at first. I wasn't really impressed with the green, but it really stands out.
It stands out though.
If it was the full signature, it'd be amazing. But
it's still amazing though. It really is.
Yeah, I was gonna wear that T-shirt tonight, but yeah, I love that. I love that book. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I don't even know what's inside that book. I just love the cover.
No, I don't really know what's inside it either, to be fair.
It's a magazine, right? It's not even a comic book. It's a magazine.
No, it's like a collection of articles, and they talk about various things over the month. But Danny Paul said basically, James, it started raining. I presume that's in response to me singing. Or I do live in the United Kingdom, so it's like a good chance that it's raining. Very good chance.
It's raining all the time.
So what a book. Obviously I've got a 9.6, but it doesn't, not even a single patch on your triple signed.
Triple signed, baby.
Triple signed, quoted. Was it a newsstand?
No. Calm down.
I was going to say that would. I mean, I can't even imagine looking on GPA for that, especially with the quote.
I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I've kind of lost track of how much value these things had actually.
I think it's probably a good thing because at the moment, in comparison to 2 years ago, it's it's not. It'd be depressing to think, especially when you bought books during that time as well. But like you said, with that Stan Lee book, it was $275. that was an absolute steal.
I bought that for Christmas. That was my Christmas gift to myself. Yeah.
What year? Do you remember?
2017.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. I think
2016?
I think my Stanley signature was 2012, and that was like, so it's $150. So I think at that time from us that was probably about £100, which is good.
That is pretty good. I'm trying to go into the archives of Instagram over here, because I remember buying it.
While you're doing that, I'll just make myself big and just talk about another full Todd signature. I want to give you a shout out for this, Kev, because you actually facilitated getting me this book, and it was for,
we got a deal on that thing.
What was it, like $250?
I think so.
It's crazy, but what a beautiful signature placement. The SIG is actually amazing, and that cover alone is just amazing. But really happy to have that. Thank you for helping me out with that, Kev.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That was a fun day. Even though it wasn't for me, like I was like,
I'm trying to remember.
Felt like I was buying it.
Was it like somebody on Instagram not far from you, or Facebook or something like
that? Yeah, and you know what? I didn't keep in contact with him because he got.
Didn't he get hacked?
Yeah, he got hacked.
Yeah.
It was like.
Wasn't it like Outer
Worlds Comics?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Good shame. Wow.
Oh yeah, love me my Todd.
Oh yeah, baby.
Symbiote sexiness all day.
So, bring us on to the next question. What else do you collect, Kevin?
I don't collect a whole lot of other things. Like we briefly talked in the beginning. Like I collect statues.
Yep.
I collect action figures and such. But I also have these. This is another pinnacle of my childhood. Pokemon cards.
Oh, let's get you big. Oh yes.
I don't know. I don't regret it now. I might later, but I sold my childhood Pokemon cards just to buy these. So I made the stupid mistake of when I was not into Pokemon anymore. I gave my Pokemon cards to my kid cousin, and one of these days, he was like moving away from college, and my godmother found him, and she was like, do you still want these? I was like, sure, I'll take them back. And all of like the big cards were like gone, but the Charizard was still there, but he was trash, dude. Just battered. Trash. Oh, no. I was like, oh no, what have I done? I'm sorry.
Kev, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you bring them back up?
Oh yeah.
Just because I want to get all these in one shot.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, so I'm trying to get the Charizard. It's taken me a long time, but I'm just having a hard time saving for it.
But I literally want those in 8.5s now.
Oh yeah, dude.
And the Holy Trinity that you call them there.
Yeah, base set in 8.5. I would love that. And you know what? I don't like that CGC changed these cases to black. I don't. Like
yeah.
So if I do get one, I want to try to get one in this case because I don't like the black case. I mean, this just looks like CGC to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was the whole point. It was that the comics have got that blue label, and then these ones have got the same. And they looked very, very similar.
Yeah, and I liked it. It was very unified.
Okay, so that's cool. So Pokemon then, is that pretty much a childhood? You trading in the playground, collecting cards?
Oh yeah. I never even played the game. I just loved the cards. Again, artwork. It was the artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the artwork on these are insane. But this is what I kind of feel like. The new cards. I know you get like these full art cards now or whatever. You know, like the but the new cards do not compare to these.
No.
Like the artwork on these are insane, and like you get the new packs now. You get 1 or 2 shinies in every pack.
Oh, really?
Or something like that, or you guarantee the shiny card. But like people don't realize, like you could open 5 packs of these without getting a holo, couldn't you?
I know.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. I don't know. So like, isn't it like one like a basic card and it's holographic, but there's another card that's holographic, but like actual
Reverse
like,
or something. Yeah. One of them's like a basic card that can be reversed holo, and I think then you got like the meaningful one.
Right.
Crazy. What's your next big purchase, Kev? After
I don't know. Big purchase. I think like my end goal for grails and comic books.
Yep.
Realistically, a realistic grail would be what you had just purchased recently, which is a TMNT #1.
Oh wow.
I think that would be the end goal. Because like, would it be great to have an AF-15? Yes, but I just don't see that as realistic. But I think a TMNT would be pretty realistic.
What print are you talking about? A first print?
Probably a third print.
Oh, a third print. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you have, right? You got a third print.
Yeah. Third print. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
First print's just phenomenal, mate. If you like, those are just crazy prices. First print.
I know, and so like the funny thing is, I know you know this, but maybe people who are watching don't know. There was a time where I went to a con and we spotted upon a TMNT #1. I was with my best friend, and it was for $80. And he goes, all right, I might come back for it. I was like, no. You turn around right now and you go get that book. Like, that book will not be there when you come back. Yeah. And I think a week after he bought it, the book literally exploded. Like, that book started going for like $300.
Wow.
I was like, fuck, I should have bought that book. like Jake, go ahead without me. I'm gonna stay at this table for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want this book. It's trash.
Yeah, it's trash, man. It's a reprint. And one of these days too, we were at a con together, and it was his birthday, and I bought him a Raphael #1. Which I don't have. I should get one, because it's one of those books that I've just been always wanting to get.
Right.
And so he ended up getting both of those books signed by Kevin Eastman at a con that we attended again together. He got the books pressed and cleaned and graded. Yep. And the TMNT 1 came back a 9.6.
Oh,
the Raphael 1 came back a 9.2.
Oh my days, that's incredible.
It is. It's an incredible story. And so he just like a couple of weeks ago, he literally just moved back into town. Him and his wife bought a house, and so he was having a housewarming party, and I gave him a hug, and I was like, nice place. Where's the turtle books?
You damn straight, mate. That's what he's straight in there. Where's those turtle books?
Where's those turtle books, man?
Like a beeline straight to his comic book collection. Ignore all the rest.
He doesn't have a big collection, but he's got quite a few books. Like, I tried like getting a lot of people into books, and like my brother and such, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm good with this. Like,
that's amazing, mate. No, I really I hope one day that you'll get one and you get it for a decent price.
Yeah, I hope so too. Eventually, in time,
it'll happen. To be fair, buddy, compared to what they were like 2 years ago, they are a lot more affordable now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've got a 9.2, and I think probably 2 years ago, I dread to think how much that was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's $1,000 like a couple of months ago, so that's not bad.
Yeah, I think like I try to keep, if possible, if I get a graded book, anything in a 9.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like if like Bronze Age, I'll try to like 7.5 ish.
Yeah. I think 100% modern books. You don't want anything less than. I would even for me. I'd probably even say 9.2. I don't like 9.0s because they're like a.
I know.
They're like,
you have that thing with 9.0s.
it's I don't know what it is. It's like it's like it's not quite mint. It's not mint. Not near mint. It's like it's just one of them things. I don't like. I've got to be fair. My Raphael #1 is a 9.0, and that annoys me.
Yeah, right. I think I think 9.0s too, because I've had some 9.0s where I'm like, this is not a 9.0. So I think like CGC even has a hard time grading a 9.0.
I think it's one of them things where they're like, just give it a 9.0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's quite bizarre because in the beginning, we're sending off stuff to CGC and stuff. A lot of books looking back came back as 9.0s. So I think it's like I don't know. I think it's it's one of them
definitely
things.
a weird grade because like I've had so many books that were a grade 9.0. I'm like, oh, 9.0, like that's great, I'll take it. And then I'll look at the book, I'll inspect the book, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't know if
this looks a lot better than a 9.0.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue #1 in a 3rd print. That is your next book that you're looking at getting. So Kevin, we'll end with this next question if you don't mind answering it. Sure. But it is, tell us an interesting fact about yourself. Have you got any sort of anecdote or story or bit of fact about yourself that you'd be able to share with the audience before you leave?
I don't know. Maybe my wife can help me with this one. What is an interesting fact about me?
An interesting fact.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I have a hard time with this. I don't know.
There's got to be something
interesting fact.
I think maybe one time, I don't know, didn't you bump into like a celebrity or something at a bike shop or something?
David Duchovny.
Yeah.
David Duchovny. I used to work in a bike shop with my dad, and David Duchovny, with his wife at the time. Who was his wife?
Tia Leone.
Yes, thank you.
So
her mom was living in a part of town where like really, really, really rich people live. And so they were visiting, and he just like randomly like dropped off a bike at the bike shop for my dad to fix.
Was it push bikes or motorbikes or?
No, push bike. Yeah, my dad does bicycles.
Oh, okay, cool. And what was he like? Was he nice? Did you speak to him? Or?
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah, he was pretty cool. He liked music, but he had no problem with taking a picture. But yeah, he was cool. Have
you got that picture somewhere?
I was not in the picture. My dad was in the picture. I'm sure my parents have it somewhere. Yeah.
So did you? Was your dad one of these people that did your dad own the bike shop? Did he?
No, he was the manager of the bike shop.
Oh, okay. Would that have been one of those chances where you would gone into the shop and you'd see it on the back wall, or?
Yeah. That did happen. Yeah. There was a time too at the recording studio I was working at the time in New Bedford, which is not far away either. Tia Leone was in a movie called Spanglish.
Okay.
And the director or producer of the movie, whatever, called the studio and said, hey, listen, we need this one soundbite from Tia Leone to finish the movie. She is in New Bedford right now. Do you have time for her to come in just to record this one soundbite and send it to us? And so she came in from the beach hair, like her hair's a freaking mess. It looked like a normal person. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
She looked like a normal person, and she was the sweetest thing ever. and it was a fun time.
Oh wow, that's amazing, absolutely amazing. So that is your fun fact about yourself, and
I have a better fun fact though.
You got better? Go on then. Go on.
I got a better one. You know, this is very egotistical, but I don't care because I'm proud of this. Okay, your friend, okay, at the time was doing karate. Okay, it was my first year in karate, and I started karate in high school because of a karate club. Yeah. I was the first person to win a grand championship as a yellow belt or as a novice.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I don't know anything about karate, Kevin, but that sounds you've won me over there. I'll tell you that now. I'm very impressed with that, and I'm sure people watching and listening will be as well. That's pretty cool. And so has that record ever changed or?
No, it's never changed.
Never changed.
And I was also after I graduated high school, I had the most grand championship wins with 4.
Wow. So it's fair to say then that obviously over the years with the karate, it is like a mega passion of yours.
Oh yeah. I have to do
it. How often do you do it a week?
I've slowed down a little bit. Like when I was younger, I used to put in 24 hours a week.
Wow.
I am for like karate right now. I'm down to like maybe 6 hours a week.
Okay. Do you still do your classes with your teaching?
No, I haven't been teaching, and I've actually teaching kind of ruined it for me. Because like I would be so passionate about it, and like not other people shared that passion. You know what I mean? And like they stopped showing up, and so that kind of ruined it for me. And I would put so much time and energy into it because it wasn't about money for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was hardly charging anything, honestly. And but yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was just better to keep to myself. I'm not saying I wouldn't teach again. I definitely have taken a long break from teaching, but it was crucial for my karate training because teaching also meant me learning it again.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. And it probably like sucked the fun out of it a bit, I imagine.
Yeah, it did. It kind of did. And my teacher at the time did warn me of that.
Oh.
And I was young and naive, so gung ho, and I'm like, no, everything's fine, everything's great, and it kind of did.
Oh, mate, no, yeah. I mean, it's one of them things that when you're younger, you kind of wish that you would take advice on board a bit more, but it's life is all about experiencing, and it's all about learning new things, and you've learned obviously now that that's obviously not for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's incredible, mate. That's an incredible achievement. Hold on.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So we've kind of come to the end of the interview now, and I just want to thank everybody who's stood. We've got 14 people still watching. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Kevin, you are one of my best friends in the comic book community, and I really appreciate everything your love, your support, your friendship over the past. Is it three or three?
It's the pandemic, so
yeah. So since like 2020, so it means honestly a hell of a lot to me, and I know we don't get to communicate or see each other as much as we used to, but I really appreciate your friendship, brother. Honestly.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Ditto, ditto, ditto.
I mean, like you're literally like my brother from another mother over in the US. So
the UK brother, yeah,
And
my wife hears all the time, like what's going on with those? I gotta hang out with those guys. I gotta talk to those
guys. That's sweet. That's really sweet. I mean, Jason said it in the chat earlier. We genuinely miss you.
Yeah.
John has put Good to see you back on the YouTube, Kevin. As always, great interview, Mr. Mac. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, thanks for watching, John.
Great chat, guys. Great show, Debbie. Thank you, guys. Kev, been great to see you online again. Best guest so far. Great interview, James. Oh, it's amazing. Genuine. That means a lot. And Kev, yeah. So don't give up on the motion comic dream. Don't give up on YouTube just yet, please, because that'll break a lot of people's hearts.
I know.
And if you ever need any help with voice acting work, there's plenty of people that will probably want to help to get that done. So don't give up.
Sure, I'll put a bulletin board up. I'll put a post. Give me your voice.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff, and it's been an absolute pleasure being able to just reconnect with you for this past hour and 40 minutes.
Absolutely, brother. Wow, man, time flies. That did feel like it.
It's literally like 20 to 11 here. It's like I'm not even tired, or I'm just buzzing just talking to you. It's amazing. But no, thank you very much, Kevin, and you're always welcome to come on and to come on to do a live or to be involved in any video or anything. You're one of the good guys out there, and I love you. So
I love you too, buddy. Before we go, thank you for your for your friendship, and Jace, that goes out to you and to anybody who's watching who was a supporter of Superpower Review. I can't thank you enough. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Oh, mate, I think we should end it there, but it's amazing. More people are coming in now, right at the end. It's always the way. But yeah, there's 17 people. But thank you everybody for watching. The next guest I can confirm is going to be Jason Parker himself. Yay! So he'll be on next week. I've got like a list of people who've all said they want to come on. So it's just. That's good. This thing is going to be going on for weeks, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. And Kevin, you've been amazing, so thank you very much. Well, and we'll see you guys next time. Always, thank you very much, guys. Bye.